Hi everyone, Lilac here. Thanks for coming back and tuning in. So I just finished making a video this morning and I'm wearing my new eyeglasses in the video, and I don't like how they look on camera because they're bifocal, okay? So they make my eyes sort of look like I have Bell's palsy depending on which position the camera hits the like which angle basically. So I don't want to look that way on camera. So my other video was very vulnerable and personal, so I'm fine with that. Like, it is what it is. But just, I don't want you guys to be confused, like, why does she have her glasses on, glasses off, you know, wax on, wax off. That's why, just so you know. So welcome back to the Lilac Broom. I am a tarot card reader, intuitive, psychic, medium, clairvoyant, whatever you want to call it. I'm a witch. I'm located in Rhode Island. I do not have a physical space for you to come and meet with me for card readings, but I can do them virtually, or I can come to you if you have the privacy and space available. That's where we're at right now. People book private readings with me on Etsy. Or if you are not an Etsy person, or particularly tech savvy, you can just Facebook message me on the Lilac Broom Facebook page, and I will guide you as to how to get your private reading, okay? Today is October 30th, so we're going to start our November readings. And I'm starting November with Virgo. Virgo, I'm so sorry I left you hanging in October. If you want more information about why that happened, you'll have to watch the very personal eulogy to Sarah Cooksey that I just posted this morning, because, you know, when you're someone like me and someone in your family dies, it's troubling. It's hard to be able to focus on this kind of thing, okay? It's hard to focus. It's hard for anybody. Like, doesn't matter, right? You just need a little breathing room and you got to cope with some stuff. And that's what I've been dealing with, okay? So I'm sorry about that. But to make it up to you, I'm going to give you a wonderful reading for the month of November. Okay, so Virgo. Virgo. Okay, so overview of what's happening with the planets. A lot of people ask about this, so I will be incorporating it into my readings going forward. I am not an astrologer, but I am very knowledgeable about astrology, okay? So if you have any questions related to that, just understand that I don't have like a certification, or I'm not a qualified astrologer. I've just been working with planetary energies for so long, like decades, guys. And tarot cards for decades. You know what I'm saying? It's like some people just kind of know some stuff. So believe it, don't believe it, I really don't care. If you're here listening to me, take it or leave it, whatever you want. My Virgos ask a lot of questions. Virgos are questioners. So I'm going to try to answer questions before you've asked them, and then I'm going to leave the comments for this video open in honor of my Virgo friends who ask 1,000,001 questions, because you guys are blowing up my text messages, and we can just have a lively discussion in the body of the YouTube comments, right? So let's do it that way. Erica, I'm talking to you. So start the conversation, and I promise I will participate. So this is like the new Lilac, guys. I have this like new spirit guide pushing things out of me that, you know, like I'm not going to propel from a window on like a 50th floor of a building or anything, but I feel this boldness coming through saying, just do everything you want to do. Life is short, just do it, right? So whatever that ends up being for me, I'm just feeling the push, right, to do it. And some of you might be feeling that way. I don't know. You might relate to that. Virgos are, excuse me, always being successful, right? You guys know. You know you're successful. We're going to use my Prisma Tarot. Is it Prisma or Prism? Prisma Visions Tarot. That's the box. Okay, I love this deck. I've been using it a lot lately. I totally vibe with it. I bought this for myself. It's a very expensive deck, but I just adore it, okay? And that's what we're using, and we're going to do a Celtic cross. Temperance. challenged by the Wheel of Fortune. This is hard without my glasses. Just saying. Okay. In the past, Ace of Pentacles. In the recent past, Ten of Cups. Some heartbreak here. I like to stop at this point and just kind of digest a little bit of what I've just turned over for you guys. So Virgo, Temperance at the center of your reading. So whatever's going on in your life, you're trying to keep things in balance, okay? So if you have a family and a career, you're trying to keep the balance. If you have, you know, relationship issues, maybe you've got like people you're taking care of and you've got a big family. I don't know what your situation is. Picture it for yourself, okay? You're smart. If you're here tuned in, Temperance tells me that for the month of November, you are prioritizing keeping everything balanced and keeping yourself centered, okay? And it's a strong place for you to be spiritually. It shows growth and it shows maturity on your part in this particular phase of life, because the tarot tells a story of what cycle of life you're in, what phase of life. And Temperance is a major card, a major arcana, okay? So that means that whatever's happening in your life right now has some bearing and significance enough that it's presented as a major arcana, okay? And it's also challenged by a major arcana being the World. I feel that you're on a very thin line, Virgo, where a little tip this way or a little tip that way could really change your life a lot, okay? Remember, the choices are always yours. I'm not going to sit here and preach at you about your destiny. Your destiny is determined after you're gone. Then everybody can look back and be like, well, this was the destiny. You don't know. You don't actually know what your destiny is. You're just living, walking your path, just doing your thing, and that's totally fine. But right now, what your cards are telling me, Virgo, is that you're at a phase of life where you're trying to keep the balance, but that if you go a little this way or a little that way in any particular area of your life, you could change the course and direction of your life quite drastically. That's kind of big. Good for you. And also, you might be feeling a little bit of like stress about that. So we're going to look at it. In regards to this place that you're at where you're keeping balance and any decision could tip the apple cart at any moment, what is the past history of that situation? You've got the Ace of Pentacles. A job. Okay? Something that has come to you through your work environment. Something that... A door that opened that changed, not changed, a door that opened in the past, maybe a year or so ago. Yeah, for most of you, I'm hearing 2 years ago. That's not going to be for all of you, but for some of you, it might have been even more recently than that. But let's work with the 2-year storyline, okay? 2 years ago, whatever you were doing in your career, it was like walking through a new door, okay? And it might not have been career. It might have been, you know, I know a Virgo, so I'm hearing that person's story a little bit. And no, Erica, I'm not talking to you. This other person, right? Where the job wasn't the thing that really changed so much as the people they met through that job and how that changed who they were, how that changed the way that they see things and think and how they feel about themselves, okay? But more recently in the past is this Ten of Cups. It says Ten of Chalices on the card, so don't get confused. This is a Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is an overflow of emotional, like just like weepiness and passion and just like, it's like being love drunk. Is that a word? Like you're just spent from like expressing, okay? It could be good expression. It could be bad expression, but it's expression. And where is it all leading to? The Chariot. The Chariot is forward motion, guys, and it's major. Virgo, it's major. Major things are happening in the month of November for you. or because of the month of November. If they don't happen, everybody's on a different timeline, and your choices will affect and impact your timeline. So keep that in mind as well. But the Chariot tells me that, just like I was saying, that you're keeping everything in balance, and one decision could tip the scale, and the Chariot's telling me you're going to move forward, and you're going to make decisions, and you're going to change your approach. Jesus, Virgo. I'm glad I started with you guys. So what's going to happen in the next few weeks, months, or even years? Okay, the way Spirit wants me to give it to you guys is depending on the Virgo, depending on the person. If you're a slow-moving Virgo, it could be years. If you're a fast-moving Virgo, this is already happening in your life. This is already started. So everybody's timetable, Virgos, or whoever's listening to this, everybody's timetable in this particular reading is different, okay? What I'm feeling is like a sliding scale. Like some of you, you've already done this and I'm telling your story. Some of you are trying to do it and you're just not there yet, okay? But death is coming. Not the death of a person, but the ending of something that no longer fits your life. This could be an emotional situation of death where you stop feeling a certain way, you stop believing a certain thing, you stop engaging with a certain activity, you maybe make a really big change. It could be as basic as, for some of you, it could be like quitting smoking. It could be having like a dietary bypass surgery and losing weight. It could be, getting divorced and moving out of a relationship. I mean, it could be anything on any level. But death is coming. Your internal feelings about it are showing up as the Empress in reverse. All right. And I spent some time last night putting all of my cards upright, because I was getting too many reversals, so it was time to just purify my cards and put them all upright and see, which messages wanted to be reversed. The Empress in reverse tells me that you are not feeling like the ball of sunshine and wonderment that the Empress usually represents, which is a nurturer. Maybe you don't feel very nurturing right now. Maybe you feel like being selfish right now. Maybe you're feeling like, okay, it's me time right now. You're just getting all the fucking major cards. This is crazy. It's like it's rigged or something. Okay, there's major things happening for you guys. The Tower in your outside in your like surroundings. Something is falling apart in front of you. You could be making it fall apart. This could be your doing. This could be your choice. This could be your Chariot causing this tower to fall. You may have been sitting on the fence about making a decision, and now you've made it, and everything is just breaking apart. Your hopes and fears, I'm going to pull 2 cards for that, are represented by the Devil, another major arcana, and a 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords are people fighting and disagreeing. I think you're walking away from this, Virgo. I think you're stepping out from the fights and the disagreements and the opinions of other people. And I think that's your hope, is to do that. But I think your hope and fear, I think your fear is represented by the Devil. Okay? You're afraid of your reasons for doing the things you're doing. So, in other words, self-doubt. This is bringing you to your conclusion card, 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands, you're looking out at the world of possibilities now. So if you take this Chariot moment and you make these changes, now you're going to be like, okay, what's next for me? 8 of Wands. There are many, many options in front of you. Virgo, you're going to have to trust that you have the wisdom to make the choices. For some of you, it is related to this work situation or money situation or something that you want to build. Something that can bring you stability, financial security, or something that you want to work on for maybe the rest of your life or for the next 10 years or whatever of your life. Like a hobby that is going to evolve into a lifestyle, something like that. Damn, Virgo, that's fantastic. I love your reading. I love it. It's so good. I hope you loved this reading. I can't believe all the major cards showing up. If you're a Virgo and you want a personal reading, Virgos never ask me for personal readings because you guys have all the answers, right? That's totally if that's your bag, fine. Let me tell you something. I'm a Leo Virgo cusp, okay? I'm the very end of Virgo, right? I'm on the very end of Leo right before Virgo starts. And for years, people have said, oh, you're on the Virgo cusp. You should check out your Virgo. No. I am the farthest thing from a Virgo that you've ever seen in your frickin' life, okay? But the fact of the matter is I'm a Virgo cusper. I'm a Leo on the Virgo cusp, and so I'm telling you guys, you're prideful. These are your downfalls. You're prideful, you're stubborn, you're a little bit arrogant at times, and you don't like to listen to advice. You hear advice, and you mull it over, and you chew on it, and you think about it, and you analyze it to death, okay? I don't know how you're going to make these choices. And it feels very connected to the world, like money and finances and status and stuff like that. I urge you to keep in mind that you're also a spiritual being and that there's another side to there should be another side to your decision-making process, and that should be that you care about how this enhances your soul and your experience in the world. So if you want a private reading, I think you know where to find it. Feel free to drop some comments in YouTube. In the comments, I'll leave them open so we can discuss things. If you want to do your private reading booking, do it through Etsy or hit me up in a Facebook Messenger message, and I will guide you through the process of how to book your private reading with me, the Lilac Broom. And until then, I hope your November is fabulous. Namaste.